In my opinion, Kathy Engelbert's not going to survive this as the commissioner. I don't believe
That's the story they wanted you to believe. That Caitlin Clark, the face of the league, was the silent force behind a coup to oust WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. For weeks, you've been told that her silence was a weapon, that she was channeling her discontent through other players, and that she was waiting for the perfect moment to call for new leadership. But what if I told you that entire narrative was a lie? Instead of Clark did finally break her silence. But her real message was so professional, so disciplined, and so completely devoid of the drama they were selling that they had. No choice but to ignore it and invent a war instead. Today, we're going to expose how that lie was constructed. We're going to connect the dots, filter out the noise, and show you the on-the-record evidence that reveals what Clark actually said, and you will deconstruct the proxy war the media is trying to create and reveal the truth they don't want you to see. This is the real story of how Caitlin Clark's professionalism was twisted into a declaration of war. We're a community of narrative analysts here, so if you believe the story behind the story is the only one that matters, do me a favor and hit that like button. It's a huge signal that we're on the right track. All right, let's get into it. The narrative that took over the internet was simple, dangerously effective. They painted a picture of a league on the brink of collapse. On one side, you had Commissioner Kathy Engelbert portrayed as a failed leader who had lost the locker room. On the other, you had the players, a unified force of rebellion with a silent leader. Caitlin Clark, content creators and commentators, ran with this story, framing it as an epic power struggle, a civil war. That's the language they used to turn a complex labor negotiation and a legitimate player dispute into a blockbuster drama. In their version of the story, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver wasn't an overseer. He was the executioner, forced to step in and clean up the mess. The implication was clear. Adam Silver was stepping in to do what the WNBA couldn't: control the chaos and ultimately remove the commissioner. The story was just too good to fact-check. It had heroes, villains, and a ticking clock in the form of the upcoming CBA deadline. They told you players were ready to walk, that sponsors were panicking,